नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today's topic, today's presentation will be based on the very important and valuable principles of Bhagavad Gita. And we are dedicating today's session to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has taught us to see the meaning behind the moments of the life, behind the events, what happens in our life. All of you can come little by no problem. So, in this series, we have seen different topics. Previously, we have seen the first session was based on happiness. You know, what is that we are looking for? Everybody is looking for happiness, but how to get that happiness? Not from the material things, but from the permanent things which are spiritual. Spiritual needs can satisfy our need, that spiritual need, and then we can become happy. And then we understood second lecture. Anybody remember? What was second topic? Second session on, based on? Yeah? Yes. The identity, true identity of this self. Who am I? I'm not body, but I am the soul within. I am not this machine, but I am the driver of this machine. Okay? Third session, our lost wealth, our culture, our Vedic treasure that we have to revive. And this fourth session is based on those topics of Bhagavad Gita which empowers us to act on those, it teaches us how to act on when the things becomes difficult in our life. Same, Arjun was there, and he was the best warrior. Nobody could in the world could defeat Arjuna. Even Lord Shiva came in front of Arjuna and they had a nice fierce fight. And Lord Shiva was pleased with the fighting skills of Arjuna. And then same Arjun, when he was fighting, he was standing in front of the Kuru army. He lost his composure. Difficult. It is so difficult for him to fight against his own friends, own relatives, own guru and acharyas. And in this situation, when our own people turn against ourselves, how to face this? This is not the only situation when we get confused and confronted. Now, this is not only the loss of life that Arjuna was facing. Things comes in our life also. Our near and dear ones passes away. Our most expected success that we were thinking of just waves hands and goes off. And we think, "Arey, aisa kaise? How this is happening?" We may think in this situation, why? What bad I have done? Why it has happened to me only? You know? In the childhood, I used to read a lot. You know, I love to read. And my mother had one kind of a book in her puja room. You know, as a child, actually, we read a lot. You know, whatever I see, I used to devour reading. And there was a book full of stories, spiritual stories. है ना, द कथा की पुस्तक बोलते हैं ना, पोथी ऐसे कुछ बोलते हैं इसको. So all the stories, Satyaran Katha, this Katha, that Katha, everything was there. And all this, I don't know what is the source of those stories, still I don't know. But the stories are there. So those stories I remember. Sometimes one king will be there and all these things happening. And suddenly he will meet some sadhu and he will ask question to that sadhu. And he will ask very peculiar questions. And he will ask in a very polite manner, "Oh sadhu, मेरे जीवन में ऐसा ऐसा हो रहा है, मैंने ऐसा क्या पुण्य किया था कि मुझे ये सब चीज़ प्राप्त हो रही है?" I was wondering, isn't this useless question? You are getting opulences in the life, you are getting success in the life, and why you are asking, why you are getting all these things? है ना, मैंने ऐसा क्या पुण्य किया था? अरे, why? What is the connection between that punya and that you had worked hard, success किया था, and then you are getting it, isn't it? Study hard, more marks. Less study, less marks. Is it the equation? है ना? Hard work is equal to success. But is it true for everyone in their life? Have you seen? More study, still people fail. है ना? More study, more struggle, more hard work, still they don't get that success in the life. Isn't it? Then what is that? Why people become successful? People, when we ask the question, why I am becoming failure, I should ask the same question, why I am failing also? है ना? Then it becomes true. Why I am become failing? Why I am failing? Why only I am failing? Why I am becoming? Why only I am successful? There was one nice tennis player, and very humble and down to earth. And a reporter asked, "You are the one, you are the topmost tennis player now here, and what do you think? How you feel now?" He says, do you know how many people are? Here's Russian. How many people in Russia train for tennis? So many kids train for the tennis. How many play nationals? How many play international? How many play in Wimbledon? And in Wimbledon also, how many people they come to the final? How many? 2 only will come to final. And then and one of them only will win. When I'm asking, all these things are happening, why only me? In this situation, when people fail, they should ask, why only me? When I win, that time also should ask, why only me? Okay, so life is not equal, similar for everyone. Life is a race. People say, life is a race, struggle hard, win. But if life is a race, then, imagine you are into an Olympic race. You worked hard for many years to participate in this race, and you are standing in the row for running, how you stand, you stand in the same line. But in this race, one person is standing there, one person standing here, one person standing that far, just few inches before finish line. Is it good? Okay, even more than that. One person who is running, whose track is full of thorns, puddles, and all those obstacles, so many things are there. Other person who has got skateboards on his legs and is running. Other one who is having a nice roses petals put it on this. Other person has a fiery coal on his this one track. Will you call this race a fair race? No, definitely not. It's not a fair race. But if you see in a life, everybody, if you say life is a race, then everybody should get equal chance, isn't it? Everybody should be born with equal opportunities. You are in Bangalore. You got the opportunity to study, good opportunity to study, good college, good school, good tuitions, isn't it? But somebody, you imagine, who is staying into Dodbellapur, no tuition classes, government school. Is it equal competition between you? No, even though he's intelligent, he didn't got opportunities. So life is like that. Somebody is born rich, in a good family. You are born in Bangalore. Somebody is born in some village. Some is born poor. Some is born strong, healthy body. And somebody is born with weak. Somebody is born beautiful, nice, healthy body, and somebody is born not so good looking. Somebody is have a lot of opulences to eat. There is so many things to eat and all. Somebody who born in Nigeria or maybe some places in Somalia where they are fighting for each morsel. Somebody gets good education, and someone are deprived of their basic necessities. Someone is fair, and we are attracted to the fair skin and all, but somebody is gone dark. Why? Why is the difference between the skin colors? Somebody stays in a big mansion. सोने का चमचा लेके निकले थे ना माँ के गर्भ से, बोलते ऐसा कहावत है. Some are born into huts. Some is born blind. Some physically challenged. Some is intelligent. बचपन से उनको एकदम टैलेंटेड है. बाकी लोगों को कितना भी दिमाग फोड़ो, अलजेब्रा दिमाग में घुसता ही नहीं है ना. Some are talented. Music or whatever talent skills are there, easily they can grasp. So all this disparity, all this diversity in our society, can we justify this? Is it good? If we say life is a race and it's all, everybody is nice, but that means everything is happening naturally. You say, no? It happens naturally. Where I take birth, it's natural. That means nature is not equal to you all. She's partial. Nature is partial. She's giving partiality. Somebody is favored, somebody is not favored. Is it like that? So, is it just by chance? People say like, it happened just by chance. Just by chance I born into a good family, but just by chance I born into this, just by chance. Is it just by chance? It happens randomly. That means there is no order in the world. This is all chaos. Everything is happening haphazardly. There is no. Then if we think that is happening just by chance, there is no rule to follow in this world. Any hope? We feel that when you go to the Bangalore traffic, there is no hope at all to come out of it because there is no traffic police here and there to control it, and everybody is running ahead. No hope. Hopeless situation. Is it like that? Our life, whole world is running without any rule book? Would you like to stay in that country where is no rule is followed? Jungle Raj hai pura. बोलते हैं ना? No, we don't want. Hmm? So whole world is like a just by chance and there is no rule and all these things. Last question: if God exists, then why so much suffering? अगर आप बोलते हो भगवान है, एक सवाल पूछा जाता है कि अगर भगवान है, if God is there and he is powerful, then why people are suffering? That means God doesn't have mercy. Poor people are suffering and all these things, and God is seeing all these things, but still God is not helping them. God is merciless. Yes, Nideta Mataji? No, God is not merciless. If God is not merciless, God has mercy and He has compassion to everybody, then He is not helping others. That means He doesn't have power to help them. He is powerless? No. Either God may be powerless or He should be merciless. कुछ तो एक कम रहेगा इसमें, है ना? अगर God concepts is there, then He should be like this. The question is, why these things are happening in my life? And why good thing happens to bad people, and bad people, they do keep on doing bad things in the whole their life, they don't get caught at all. No punishment to them. How? Answer. What can be the answer? I just ask questions so many. God is beyond. Can you take the mic?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
This is because God is beyond the three modes of material nature.
Okay, God is beyond three modes of material, that means He doesn't have access to us. He is not able to intervene in our life.
He has access, but we desire it according to our karmas. He sees if it is good for us, and then.
So God doesn't take over the karma. Who rules the karma then? God doesn't have authority over the karma? Okay, yeah, good answer, yeah, given. But yeah, anybody wants to say something?
God is not merciless.
God is fair. He sees everything. He knows what is going on. He has created this earth, and He has put us over here for us to go through our life. He knows what actions we are doing, and it is our actions based on which we face.
God loves to see us suffer. Sadistic people, na?
No, He has left it to us. Our actions will decide our fate. So if we are doing good, or maybe in the past we have done good, we'll get the fruit later on. If we in the past we have done something bad, maybe we'll get the fruit later on.
We don't see people doing bad. Still they are suffering.
Sometimes it's unintentional. We might not even know it. We might have harmed others. We might have made them feel bad about something, or maybe because of us someone lost something. Maybe we're just walking on the road, and because of us someone lost the opportunity to reach somewhere on time. we might not know.
एम्बुलेंस के सामने खड़े हो गए ट्रैफिक जाम में, है ना?
उसका रिजल्ट बाद में हमें फेस करना पड़ता है.
Great. Anybody wants to say something? Yeah.
Prabhu, maybe it's because God gave us the freedom, because it's up to you. I mean, even for this class, it's your choice. If you want, you can come. Otherwise, you can leave. So because of the freedom, people get the opportunity. If someone wants to act bad, then he has the opportunity to act bad. If someone wants to act good, then he has the opportunity to do so.
Okay. Somebody is acting bad, but somebody else is suffering because of that, right? So why is not stopped? Where is the police? Where is the police of God? Why God is not stopping? If somebody is doing something heinous crime, and God is just watching. Okay, the small child who is getting killed by some cruel demon, then
That action is of the demons.
okay. Then what about a child? Why is suffering then?
That past karma.
Which past karma? He has not done anything yet. Small innocent child.
In the past life.
Okay, good. So we are coming to this point, karma. Okay. So karma, we try to understand. Of course, what you said is almost correct, but we try to understand this concept of karma in detailed manner, in a proper all the concepts of it. So all the concepts are correct, but now we try to put all these things into a proper order. You said this is a karma of the past activities. You said the our free will and all these things. Then question comes of free will and destiny. All these questions. Today we'll discuss all of them. Laws of karma. This is law of action and reaction. When we say action and reaction, do you remember something? Huh? पढ़ाई करी है. And what is that Newton's third law? Every action has equal and opposite reaction. So what you do, you get. What you sow, so shall you reap. So this is law of karma. This is law of nature. जो करोगे वैसा आपको वापस मिलेगा. This is law of nature, and accordingly only we get it back. Law of karma. It is mentioned. Okay, this is what we think about. A small clip. Krishna. It comes back. In a funny way to present it, but yes. The thing underlined is law of karma doesn't have menu. You get what you deserve. What you have done, we get that one thing. So law of karma, there is no choices. We are not asked anything, but yes, what we are qualified, we get that. So we understand what are the basic tenets of karma, how the karma works. First thing, as we said, every karma, every action has equal and opposite reaction. This is Newton's law. And again, responsibility comes when intelligence is developed. It is not for everyone. This is basic things. Law of karma doesn't work for everybody, but when it works differently for different people after different consciousness. Okay, we understand this also. And again, the final thing is human life is a junction. Okay? Fine. Before we start, when we talk about karma, karma is a widely used word today. When we call karma, what things they come in our mind? Karma means action. Karma means reaction. Karma means adverse situation which we are in. And what all things we talk about? Karma. Karma is thinking? Maybe. Okay. Consequences of our activities. Good. Very nice. This is a very important answer. Yeah. Anything else? Good fortune that we get. Huh? Yeah, almost similar. Like no consequences of what we are getting. Sometimes karma is also synonyms for the destiny. People think like that. Why is this happening? This is my karma, man. And sometimes a stress call is coming. So karma is a destiny, so karma is action, karma. Then confused. Sanskrit word karma means actually the action. But we speak about, when I speak about destiny or the consequences, it becomes karma phala, the result of that action. So first thing we are talk about, who gets the karma phala? Do animals create new cycle of karma, action and reactions? What we do, we get it back. Okay? Everybody, all humans are getting. But is this with animals also? Do animals get karma? If dog crosses the red signal or cow crosses the red signal, she will be fined? No? अरे red signal cross किया है ना? फिर? Why? All species? Okay. How karma works for all the species?
As you said, karma has
No menu, yeah. True.
karma also doesn't have any quid pro quo. No quid pro quo. Like direct action का direct reaction नहीं मिलेगा. Just
Mhm.
like we saw in the video.
Okay. So indirectly it comes back. Okay. Yes? Delayed. Hmm? Okay. You have heard a statement in Spider-Man, na? Higher power comes with higher? Great power comes with great responsibility. Yeah. It is true with the law of karma also. More we are conscious, more we are aware about our existence, more we are responsible, we are bound with the consequences of our actions. Like give an example, the cow crosses the red signal, she will not be fined because we understand she is not so intelligent. Cow is not, animals are not intelligent. Same way, karma is not working with animals because they are not conscious. If you see, animal life is kind of a programmed life. They are programmed to only do four things: ahara, nidra, bhay, maithun. That's all. So whatever comes in front of them is simply programmed. We can predict the behavior of animals and all these things. So they're just, their life is routine. They are just suffering into one same track. That's all. They can't change. They can't think. They can't consciously choose their life. But humans, they can, because they are conscious. They can ask why I am suffering. Animals, they will not ask why I am suffering. You know, they don't. We had some cows in our temple. You know, whenever there is Vaikuntha Ekadashi or Janmashtami, people come and feed a lot. And few cows, many people are to feeding the cows. 30,000 people are coming, and the cow, whatever comes in front of her, she will keep on eating. She will not understand, I am full, I should not eat, I will become indigestion and all these things. Next day she will suffer, but she will keep on eating. They are programmed to eat, that's all. You know. So like animals, they are programmed to ahara, nidra, bhay, maithun. That's all, not more than that. But humans, they ask. Humans have, yesterday we saw the ABCD. You know, we have the basics of our life. We understand why I'm suffering, why I'm doing this, why we ask these questions. But animals, they don't do. Human life is a junction where we can decide where to go. Whatever actions done in human life, they have their consequences. But animals, they don't have the consequences. Animal, the tiger comes and eats some goat, he will not feel, he will not have the consequence because he is programmed to eat the goat. But human eat the goat, he has, if a human comes and trouble somebody, he has a choice whether to trouble or not trouble. So he is not programmed to do that. But yes, that means human life is a junction, there our actions are mattered. So he said, okay, these other animal life, animal bodies are just for the suffering. When humans, when a man kills a goat or kills a cow, he is giving the permission to that cow or maybe a goat to kill him again back. This is laws of karma. If a man kills a cow kills a man. Is not future reactions. The animal lives are for suffering. That's all. So when we talk about animal lives and what are the animal lives are for? Vasamshi jirnani yatha vihaya. I don't know why this shloka is there. So these animal lives and these different lives they are just the garments a soul is wearing. They are different bodies. So based on our activities and karmas, we get those kind of bodies. It is said that there are 84 lakhs of bodies which are souls are suffering through. Jalaja Navalakshani, Sthavara Lakshavimchati, Krimayo Ruddha Sankhyaka, Tril Lakshani, Pashyan, and this is classification of the lives. There are 10 lakhs, this is a shloka from Vishnu Puran. What is mentioned? Somebody can read this, a very small fonts here. आप पढ़ सकते हो? You can read.
Okay, there are 9 900,000 species living in the water. There are also 2 million non-moving living entities, such as trees and plants. There are 1,100,000 species of insects and reptiles, and there are 1 million species of birds. As far as quadruples are concerned, there are 3 million varieties, and there are 400,000 human species.
So different desires, different thoughts, different tendencies, different bodies are there. So it depends on what kind of desires that we have. So how we get these bodies? How the soul transforms from one body to another body? Last week we explained, right? Humans, when they die, they take another body. Then not necessarily we get human body again. Based on our karma, based on our actions, we get either human body. If we don't deserve, we get lower species, animal body or like that. And who will decide that? God? No. It decided by our own consciousness when we die. Bhagavad Gita gives the principle. When we die, what happens? Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejantyam te kalevaram tam tam eveti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. Okay. Somebody read a translation?
Whatever state of being one remembers soon equal to his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without.
So whatever impressions that we have in our mind when we die, it will decide what kind of body I am going to get. And what impressions we'll get in the mind. Whatever actions we have done whole life, that only will come into our consciousness. Whole life agar someone is dreaming about, yes, I will become a best swimmer, whole life swimming hi karta rahega. You will get a fish body. Okay, you want to swim? Swim like a fish. And then somebody is like, on whatever consciousness we are having, that kind of a body, laws of nature will give. See, in the company, it's like, what kind of a body is made for what kind of a purpose. Everyone has some purpose. Humans have some purpose, animals have their own purpose. When we get in the company, we get a JD. What is that? Job description, JD. Right? What job description tells about? What kind of nature of work you do? What kind of activities you will do? What is the rules? What is the responsibilities? What is your role? So when person gets in the company and doesn't follow this JD, we got a JD of manager, but is happy moving paper from this table to that table, taking xerox, giving water to others. What company will do? Arey, you're the manager. Are you acting like a peon? Okay, better you become a peon only. Company will do this. So this is kind of a demotion for him. Or maybe somebody is in a manager and is working so nice, fantastically, company will promote him. So if we are working nice, we are getting promoted. If we don't do properly, we get demoted to particular role. So like that, whatever activities we do in human life, based on that, laws of nature will give that kind of a body to us, that kind of consciousness. Okay, you are living like animal. Okay, you go like an animal. You are eating flesh and all these things are required. Like you like this, okay, become like that. It is mentioned that somebody who does lots of skin show and all these things, those filmy stars and all these things, they want to stay naked all the life, and they will get a plant body. Plants stay naked all the life, and that's okay, become a plant. Then it is mentioned. Somebody wants to show the so much skin and all these things, they will get that kind of a body. They are obsessed with that. So what kind of consciousness we have, that kind of bodies will get, and that consciousness will remember. Whatever activities whole life we do, those thoughts only will get at the end of our life. When we die, how is it that, remember, when we are in the most distressed situation, suddenly we are walking, and while walking suddenly we just stumble upon something. What thoughts are coming in our mind? Somebody comes into our, while we are driving into crowded streets of Kandaspura, somebody scratches our car. What comes in our mind? Slangs. So how is it possible that when we are dying, we'll be thinking good only? Is it possible? We'll be in most pain. So we have to practice all these things throughout our life to think about good, and we have to practice all these things, and then only at last moment we can think about it. People say, अरे अंते नारायण स्मृति, बस मरते समय भगवान का नाम ले लेंगे काफ़ी है ना, जीवन भर भक्ति करने की आवश्यकता क्या है? But if you are not trained whole your life, that ante narayana smriti will not happen. We'll just keep on slanging and cursing, that's all. But do we get, another question comes, do we get karmic reactions in our same life? And can somebody evade karmic reactions? Who takes care of these karmic reactions? Laws of nature, the prakriti takes care of it. And like India, we have a constitution, and somebody breaks the laws, there's a police department. And other different departments are there, tax department, ED is there, and other departments are there to make sure that people are following the rules and laws. If they don't, they're catching us. So laws of nature also are like a police. Or the prakriti is like a police to make sure that everybody is following. And if somebody is not following and if somebody is following, they will get that kind of reactions or results of rules. So laws of nature are very stringent. Different karmas have different seeds, and different times they will fructify. Karmas are like a seed. We sow it. Sometimes it gives instant reactions. Sometimes it takes time to fructify. So many times we see the direct relationship of actions and reactions. Sometimes we don't see. There's a nice story in Srimad Bhagavatam of Dhritarashtra. At the end of Mahabharata war, Dhritarashtra asked one question to Krishna. Krishna, why it is like that? I am suffering like this. I have seen all my 100 children are dying in front of my eyes. मेरे सामने सब मर गए. ऐसा क्या गुनाह किया था? ऐसा what kind of sin I have done? Krishna explains. 50 lifetimes back, 50 जन्म पहले, you were like a hunter. And in that hunter life, एक पक्षी था, I don't know what पक्षी was that. He had that bird had 100 seedlings, birdlings, and all those birdlings you killed at once. And because of that, you are suffering that your 100 children are dying in front of your eyes. Then Dhritarashtra asked, then why I had to wait for my 50 lifetimes to see that? 50 lifetimes back this happened, and he had to suffer after 50 lifetimes. Then Krishna said, yes, because that time you had not had that accumulated punya to have 100 sons at once. To have a child, people have to have some punya. It's not like suddenly you get a child. It is lots of, it's not so easy. There are so many people in India also, and in Bangalore also, they suffer a lot because they don't have a child. Because that accumulated punya is not there. Even everything is okay. Doctors are confused. I am not getting a child. Why is it not happening? So it is accumulated punya which works here. So that Dhritarashtra had not had that accumulated punya to have 100 children at one shot. And he has to work hard for 50 lifetimes. And then he got matured, and then his 100 sons got killed at one shot. To suffer also we have to mature. So if you dare, yeah.
In the last session, we learned the concept of that chariot, where our senses and the mind and intellectual calling and the soul sitting in the back.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever our actions, I think that we did through our mind and intelligence and senses. The soul is sitting at the back. When we die, soul left that chariot, and to get another level from life.
Correct.
So why, the past is, haunting us in the present life?
Okay.
Why?
So when we die, the actions they continue. So if our body is dead.
My question is, when I born, I didn't remember anything what I did in the past.
True.
So why I am suffering now? That is my question.
See, when we are doing some activity and actions, the responsibility is not towards to the body, but the person who is using that body, the soul.
But the soul has no control, right? As we have seen, it is sitting in the back,
Ah,
he is
yeah,
just
that's
watching everything.
right.
He is not doing anything. So why that soul has to suffer again and again?
See, in that analogy, soul has given up the control of the body. That's why he is kind of a ghostly in horrible situation there. But actually, we are the owner of the car. That you have the choice to tell or order that driver to go. Arey, I have to go there. I have to go there.
But that is, from the mind and intellect, right?
Mind and intellect. Actual ideal situation in our body is to be like soul has to be in a control.
See, right now, if I see what I did, what I am doing right
Mhm.
now is from my mind and intellect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know right now. Yeah, there is a soul inside me,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
This is
It exists
the
or not.
question who is asking, is the intelligence is asking, or mind is asking, or you are the asking?
I'm not sure. That is why I'm asking. Like,
See,
what
ultimately, mind, intelligence, and the body, they are just the tools in the hands of the soul. Okay?
Pure consciousness.
Soul or consciousness. Yeah. So the soul is actually ultimately in the control of it. But in that situation, soul is so corrupt, or maybe soul is so useless that he has given up the control on the mind and intelligence. That's why mind is dictating the intelligence. Sorry, the soul. When mind is corrupt, intelligence is corrupt. Right? That intelligence, corrupt intelligence, is dictating the soul. This is a ulta. This is a completely wrong situation. But ideally, it should be like that. His soul has to be he has to control the intelligence, has to dictate it. Okay, what's right, what's wrong, what has to be done, and intelligence will dictate the mind, and mind will dictate ultimately the senses. Then things will come properly. But now what's happening? Mind is our senses are so rampant, they are taking us here and there. So senses are dictating the mind. You go to the shopping mall, and the shopping mall you see nice fragrance of pakoras. Or let me eat pakoras. Who is dictating you? The nose. And then what happens? The intelligent mind is pushing. Oh, nice! Last time I ate that pakoda, it was so good experience. Please do it. And then intelligence says, okay, I have some money with me. I will go there. I will purchase pakodas and eat it. So this is action done by intelligence, which is corrupt and under control of mind. Okay? And then soul is the one who has given up the control. But ideal situation will be that case. My pakoda ka smell aaya, everything is gone on. Intelligence says, our soul says, no, I will not eat that pakoda because today is Ekadashi.
That small voice inside us. like
Yes.
addiction.
Actually, that's you. That's our voice. This is actually you.
Soul.
Yeah. Our antarman mein na, actually this is our next week's topics. The mind we are discussing today. Okay. So that internal voice is from the mind. This is the internal voice is from the soul. This is the internal voice from the intelligence. Internal voice is from the super soul also. Okay, we'll talk about it the next week again in depth.
Then you can say that everything is written because I can assume that my past soul maybe several later, centuries back and all.
Yeah. So the question is, what is
science
destiny?
maybe, and,
We are talking about
life
destiny.
keeps going on, and Kali comes, we all corrupt, and
Yeah.
that's why we are facing all this, right?
Yeah. So Dhritarashtra can ask same way. If it is my destiny, then what is my role?
This is what it means, that life is a junction. We always have a choice whether to go with the corrupt option or the right option.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, like you said that if my mind is corrupt, I will do
Yeah.
corrupt things. But inside that, we always have a soul who may know
Who takes the choices? Yeah.
the soul.
Yeah. Soul has always
The soul
choice
will-
whether to listen to the intelligence or not. Final agreement will come with the soul only. Okay. So in this way, ultimate this responsibility goes to the soul, not the mind, not to the intelligence, not to the body also.
But one more thing, let's say my soul is pure now, and something I did unintentionally.
Okay.
Let's say right now we are sitting in this hall,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say the person sitting beside me has some allergic, and I guess I cough and sneeze, and he got some allergic, and it is something
Unintentional, because of you, somebody is suffering it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now I did something which is, it was not intentional, but later on
True.
I'll have my karma, whatever he gave the definition from the karma.
Yeah.
Right? So here, what can you tell? Like, I didn't, my soul wasn't correct. but
We'll
this is
discuss this
I'm
also
getting
again. What are how actually karma works. We again discuss this. This concept also we'll discuss now today. Okay?
Also, there is a section in Jainism where I'm not sure what they are called, but people, they wear masks and they don't
kill.
They don't, yeah. Whenever they sit, they first dust the place so that unintentionally any insect is not killed. So
It connects with the karma only.
yeah.
Yeah. So we have to be very, very careful what we do. Actions has to be very, very pure. So that's what they are mentioning. Putting mask,
Similar-
clean the place, not eating something which is dug, all these things. These are
Similarly,
literally
like for Dhritarashtra, he killed a bird's 100
seed
babies.
babies, yeah.
But he got this punishment in a much higher form, in the human form.
Not higher form, but he had to qualify for that kind of karma, for that kind of reactions. Somebody is, I have done some sin, some kind of a crime, and punishment is, fine is 1 lakh rupees, but I'm a beggar, so I have to earn 1 lakh and then pay the fine, isn't it? So in this way, even if we get that kind of a punishment, and we have to be qualified for that to suffer that punishment. So that's why it is said that ki karma, the karma reactions, they don't leave. Even after birth, they stick to us. Till the time they get matured, we get matured to suffer that, and then they become fructified. Like a farmer sows the seed, and he can't expect that he will get the fruits immediately. He has to nurture the seed, put the water, put the nourishment, protect the plant, and after sometimes the fruits will come. So that karma also works like that. They had to mature. So Dhritarashtra had to wait. We also had to wait. Whatever fruits we are seeing right now, they are mature fruits of our past karmas, past actions. Yeah.
So Dhritarashtra had the chance to ask Krishna that why is this happening to me, and he got to know that 50 lifetimes earlier some mistake.
Yeah.
But we might not know for what we are facing bad karma or the result
Yeah.
of that karma.
It's very complicated, that's true. So whatever happens is so complicated that there are so many factors are coming up in between. Our actions, our past actions, our maturity and all these things. But it's things like that we always managed by Prakriti, by nature, in a meticulous way. That nobody escapes from that. Nothing is by chance, that's for sure. Everything works in a order. We may not be able to perceive those chances, but we may not be able to perceive that connections between our karmas, our actions, previous actions, and all these things. But there are some Vedic sciences. You would have heard about it, right? Um, our Kundali and what is that? Our past activities. They talks about it. So they can somehow look behind ki what kind of life you are going to get it, because based on your previous karmas. This is the way, this is the windows. These are not the deciding fact for us. They are just small windows through which we can see what happened before in the previous lives.
So what is the value of prashchit in this?
Yeah, true. That is also. And question is prayaschitta. That is finally, ultimately we'll talk about it. And how the prayaschitta is the question: how can evade these laws of karma? In that topic we'll discuss. Or we'll take the questions at the end. Let me finish all the topics, and so that I can present it in a systematic manner. Okay? Okay. Okay. So why bad things happen to good people and good things to bad people? Of course, this is an analogy is given here. Actions we don't see right immediately, but they are happened. They have happened. This is this is kind of a grain box that we have in our homes many times. Not we have like previously we used to have. From the top we used to put our grains, and the bottom we used to take it out. In our computer terms, we call it first in, first out. Remember? This is that kind of things, first in, first out. So from the top, farmers what they can do, they used to do every year what harvest they get, they put from the top, and whatever they need, they take from the bottom. And a child is there and he's coming and saying, Papa, we have put nice grains this year, but down which is coming all black grains and bad grains. Why it is happening? So father says, no, it's not just now, because last year's our harvest was bad, because that kind of grains we are getting now. And whatever we are putting it today, tomorrow we'll get it. So in this way, understanding the karmas, they come up from, they come into the first and first way, or maybe in that particular manner in this way to us. And but of course, whatever we have harvested, whatever put into that, we are going to suffer because of that. Again, question comes how we can evade that. So can a good karma and bad karma nullify each other? And we have questions about good karma, bad karma. Is it like that? So general thing is that 7 is a good karma, 4 is a bad karma. I can nullify. Just I will enjoy the bad karmas. 3. Good answer. But it is not like that. We have a 7, we have a -4. You have to suffer both of them individually, independently. So law of karma, they don't nullify. Good karma, bad karma. We are suffering for a good karma separately, we are suffering for a bad karma separately. So for both of them, we have to come back. Some people say, when we are going to the traffic jam and all these things, and suddenly we take a turn, and as soon as we come out of that lane, traffic police is there. Stop. Have you seen this? No entry. One way. Hey, sir, मुझे पता ही नहीं था. Sir, I didn't know, sir. He will leave us. He will fine us or not? He will fine us. Why? Ignorance is not an excuse for law of karma. We cannot say, I didn't know. Fire burns. Whether you know or you don't know, it will burn. Whether you are putting hand in the fire or a small child is putting fire unintentionally, it is going to burn. Law of karma is mechanical. They are working. They don't see who is there in front of them. Whoever does the wrong thing, they will get the punishment. So even if you eat good, you will get good health. If you eat bad, you will get bad health. All these things are there. So ignorance about reality of the life, we don't understand, we don't inquire about the law of nature, we don't inquire about what I should do, what I should not do, we don't inquire about my job description in the company and do something into nonsense, and then we suffer. We do sinful activities. Why? We don't know what's right, what's wrong, what should be done, and then suffering comes. Okay, so we are endowed with a higher intelligence to inquire, who am I, what I should do. And if you don't use the intelligence, we are the one who is making penalties for that. So intelligence gives the opportunity for us. Our intelligence is there to understand you ask higher inquiries. What I am doing, why I have to do, what's the purpose of my life, what is the laws of nature, what has to be done, what has not to be done, where is the green signal, where is the red signal, understand that, and avoid doing sins. It is said, okay, in the Bhagavad Gita is the shloka here. Nehapi krama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate salpamapyasa dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Okay. Yeah. This is a question, we'll take it at the end. Okay. Can I modify my past reactions? My past reactions can be modified. Whatever I have done. Here it is mentioned. Buddhi yukto jahati ha ube sukrat dushkrite tasmad yoga yunjasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. Anwad. A man engaged in devotional service rides himself of both bad and good reactions even in his life. Therefore, strive yoga, for which the art of our work, yoga karma sukhaushalam. We can evade all these reactions, we can evade all this good karma, bad karma, if we do activity spiritually. Okay. To understand this karma, this concept, we have to go to different types of karmas. There are different three types of karmas we can talk about. Bhagavata speaks about it. Karmano yapi bodhavyam cha vikarmana, akarmanas cha bodhavyam ghana karmano gati. This Bhagavata shloka speaks about three types of karmic, these kind of activities. One is karma, one is vikarma, third is akarma. Okay? So in translation it mentions about intrinsic actions has to be heard. Okay, we'll just skip this. One is good karma. Okay? We call it as a punya. Good karma means what defines good karma? What defines good karma? Something benefits others. What is that? Showing kindness to others. Okay, good. What is good karma then? Again, some more things. Apart from this, good karma. Just simply becoming kind to others is good. And that's only the good karma thing.
Something when our actions benefit others.
Okay, doing benefit for others. Okay, this is one of the good karmas. Feeding, donations, charity, helping others. And of course, all these things are the good karmas, definitely. And these good karma, good activities, they give the results which ends into our comfort and pleasures. Good karma means the following the laws of nature. In the government, they give reward to the people who are following the laws. So these are compared to the good karma. But somebody who breaks the law, go against the laws of nation, they are punished, they are criminalized, they are penalized, they are put into jail. वो mic off करते ना. So these are called as a papa. Anything which goes against the injunctions of the Vedas, these are pap. And mostly it gives trouble to others and everything. Okay, those who disregard teachings, do not follow them regularly, are considered to be bereft of all knowledge and befooled and ruined in their lives in their endeavors for the perfection. So this in the Shastras mentions there are many different papas are there and different reactions for that. Intoxication are punished with this kind of thing, meat eating are punished like this, illicit sex and other things. All the kind of sins, they have different kinds of reactions and punishments for that. There is no sin in the world, for which there is no punishment. Every kind of sin, they have punishment. Every karma has to be suffered. This is called as narakas. And somebody who goes to naraka, whose karmas are so severe, those punishment cannot be given in the human birth. Okay, they are given to the special body, suffer there, and when it becomes normal, come to human birth. And another activity is akarma. We are thinking, understanding this, the spiritual activity which can eliminate reactions, bad reactions and good reactions both, and when they remove. Akarma. So what is, okay, one thing we talk about, good activities and bad activities we're talking about. So is it so simple to understand good and bad, like you follow the rules and you will get good? See, can we define simply a killing is good or bad?
It depends on the intention. Like even army people kill. Where let's say someone is attacking. Like if they don't kill, then they can.
Beating is good or bad?
Father beating the son.
इससे हाथ से माइक ले लो बस पहला. Yeah. So beating is bad, killing is bad, using knife is bad. But if it is used for the benefit of others, if knife is there used for the removing tumor, it's good. If the knife is used to kill somebody, it's bad. So in this way, the action itself doesn't give the papa or punya. The intention behind it also matters. The question that you ask, the intention behind it.
Not only for others if we are working, but if we are doing it for self-defense, then also
Yeah, true. If you are killing for self-defense, it is not a sin. For saving yourself, this is apat dharma. We have to save ourselves. True. So in this way, the intention behind the actions, they also matters. Is regarding this?
There is a popular argument, like it is said in meat eating can lead to narka.
So, like you said that following the laws of nature is what someone should do. But like, let's say if a tiger kills an animal and eats it, so that is not
Sin
the
because it's
tiger-
programmed.
Huh.
Yeah.
And similarly, humans have a choice whether to be vegetarian or to be non-vegetarian. But even plants are alive.
Yeah.
This is a very popular argument.
True.
So in that case, how
We
do
will
the
get
laws
sin.
work?
You are killing plants, you are getting sin. That's
So
true.
How will we survive?
Our mere existence is full of sin.
Exactly. So it all comes down to
Yeah.
Sangarsh.
Yes.
It is
Jivo
not
jiva se
something-
jivanam. Yes, of course. But humans get a sin for even killing plants also. The question is how to evade that kind of sin. I mean, killing plants, killing all these things. So how to evade that? Answer is doing a karma. Just simply breathing also cause so many insects to die. You know? How we can get rid of these things? So by doing a karma is the activities done which don't bring any reactions. Spiritual activities. Spiritual activities are the one which can liberate us or free us from all these karma, akarma, karma, vikarma cycles. Okay? So what is akarma? Akarma is the actions which are done for the pleasure of the Lord, who is the proprietor. For example, activities done for the pleasure of Krishna. Whatever he says, doing that is called akarma. Then why I am bringing Krishna into this all scenario? Question is this. So for example, you have a maid in your house. Okay? And she comes, she cooks and goes. Or she comes, cleans and goes. Sometimes you are not in the home and she comes, cleans, she sits on your sofa, she takes up your popcorn box, eats that popcorn box, opens the TV, watches Netflix and sits there nicely. Is it correct, right? What is popcorns made for? Made for you. Because you are the proprietor of that house. You know? What is this Netflix or the TV is made for? It's for you. Sofa is made for you. It's why, and then this maid is coming and enjoying on that. Is it what? What is called that? Stealing. Unlawful, right? You know? So in the same way, we have to understand this whole world is the proprietary of Krishna. It's the God. When we read the concept of God, He is the proprietor of everything. If He is proprietor of everything, then everything has been used for Him. And in this scenario, when we try to use it for ourselves, it becomes a sin. And when we use it for His purpose, it evades us from the reactions. The maid sincerely comes to your home, does her jobs, takes her salary, goes back. Is it wrong? No. She's doing good job. है ना? So you reward us sometimes. Sometimes Diwali में bonus देते हैं. So this is good. This is right. When we do our job and this takes up our own whatever given to us. Tena tena punjita. But when we take something which is not belongs to us, then it becomes a sin. The activity is done for the pleasure of Krishna is the one which evades us, takes us away from that. And then we have to understand this. This is the principle Krishna has mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Yeme matam idam nityam anutishtanti manava shraddhavanto anusuyante muchyante api karmabhi. Muchyante api karmabhi means they are evading, they are crossing the karmic reactions. How? By doing this. Is the translation? Yeah.
Those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions and who follow these teachings faithfully without envy become free from the bondage of fruitive actions.
Yeah. So when we understand what Krishna desires, what the lawmaker of this place desires, in their company there's a lawmaker is the CEO. He makes, okay, this time you have to come, this time you have to go. In a school, there is a principal who decides this kind of uniform you have to wear. If we don't do that, punishment is there. If we don't use shoes, we get punishment. You know? So we have to understand what Krishna desires, because he's a proprietor, he's a owner of this whole universe. So if we understand what he wants from us and acts accordingly, yes, and then we'll evade from all these reactions. Okay? So these things was regarding akarma. Some topics will remove. Okay. Can my spiritual advancement depends on the past karma? Yeah, that's another question. So yeah, that's true. This is another thing we're talking about. Nehapi karma nashosti. Whatever spiritual things, whatever activities, whatever actions of akarma we have done, they are not lost. Whatever we do into this, it is preserved. Okay, we'll discuss this concept in future in more detail. Okay, what is the corollary of these discussions? What we understand from these things? These are the points to take away. What we learn when we learn about karma. When we had different difficult times in our life, how to deal with that. When different situation comes in life, we understand that tough time doesn't last. Tough people do. The time always changes. No, happiness and distress are like rains and winter season. They come and then go. After rains, winter comes, summer comes. Happiness is not staying forever. One king was asking one saint, "Arey professor, give me some good advice." Saint gave him one ring. He says, whenever you feel so much trouble and distress, just read this mantra on your ring. So king says, okay, that's fine, we'll do that. And he read it. Maybe there's a problem in your life. There's a difficult situation. And he's read the ring. What is the reading? So it will pass. So it will pass. And he got so solace. When he was so happy, nice things are happening, and he saw that. So it will pass. So whatever happens in the life, yes, it is not going to stay permanent. And what we have to do? We have to become tough to tolerate this. And what will make tough to tolerate all the difficulties in the life? Spiritual endeavors. Spiritual willpower makes us strong to face all these things. Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita, Matra Sparshas tu Kaunteya, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkha. We get all this tough things in life. And when somebody achieves that spiritual willpower, he can surpass all these problems. When we get tough situation in life, you should not ask, why me? Why me? This question is not relevant. The real question is, now what? The things which are coming in our life, we may say, this is destiny, this is, and all these things. We just keep on crying for the destiny. This is not right. We have to ask, okay, this is my destiny, now how can I act on this destiny? It will rain. Then we don't just simply cry, oh, it's going to rain. We just take umbrella and go for our job. Right? If Bangalore traffic is so tough, what we do? We just evade by bike or something or some other reason. So we can take a shortcut and all these things. So problems will be there always in the life, but we don't cry for that. We understand what are the problems, we understand what is the destiny, and after that we take action on that. We have to ask question, now what? Okay, now all answers are there. We will do this in a small role play. I want two players. One will become a man, one will become a god. Can you do this? Two devotees, two volunteers. One god, what you will be? Man, okay. Who will become a god? Anyone? You will become a god? You will become a god? Okay. Okay. You ask the one question.
Why are we constantly same questions from
Yeah, just simply read out.
Why are we constantly unhappy?
You come near to her. Read out this one.
Past is history, future is mystery, today is a gift from me, therefore it is called present. You are worrying because you are analyzing, that is why you are unhappy.
How can we not worry when there is so much uncertainty?
Uncertainty is inevitable, worrying is optional.
But then there is so much pain due to uncertainty.
Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional.
Yeah. Thank you. Next one.
If suffering is optional, why do good people suffer?
Diamond cannot be polished without friction. Gold cannot be purified without fire. When good people go through trial, their experience makes their life become better, not bitter. Also, in every adversity, good people see the opportunity which makes them turn to me.
You mean to say such experience is useful?
Experience is a hard teacher. She gives the test first and lessons afterwards.
Yeah. Read it.
Problems are purposeful, roadblocks offering beneficial lessons to enhance mental strength. Inner strength comes from struggle and endurance, not when you are free from problems.
Frankly, in the midst of so many problems, we don't know where we are heading.
If you look outside, you will not know where you are heading. Look inside. Looking outside, you dream. Looking inside, you awaken.
Yeah. Very good. So there's a message from the God. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. That's all. Yeah. Of course, we are there now for the questions.
So what happens in the case of Dharma Sankat? Like there are two very right things to do or two very wrong. They right for me, but it is going to harm the most loved people in my life, my family, or but that is something I feel like is my calling. What should I do in that situation?
Yeah. There are some situations in life, definitely. We talk about Dharma Sankat. No? So it's very easy to talk about the situations where the choices are black and white, good or bad. Yeah. But when we see the both things are choices are correct only, how to deal with that? So in this situation, Dharma Sankata, Arjuna also was in the Dharma Sankata only. He gave so many reasons why not to fight. Everything was religious, sin and all these things. In this situation, we had to take the higher callings. We had to take the guidance from the seniors. We had to take guidance from the Guru. Because in this situation, when we are into the problem, we are seeing everything as a correct only. But when somebody who is situated at a higher platform, they can see things better way. Like we are into the maze, we don't see where to go. But somebody who is looking from the top. So real solution to find a solution to the Dharma Sankata is rise our platform. Rise our platform from whatever platform we have to rise above. Rise above platform by spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity will come with the reading of the Shastras. By chanting Hare Krishna mantra, the knowledge will be imparted and taking shelter from a Guru. Asking to the Guru. So this maturity will increase, our platform will rise. And yes, that time we'll be able to see what's right, what's wrong clearly.
So when we rise, for example, even Arjun had these two options. Either he could have dropped the Pandavas, including Draupadi, Kunti, they could have dropped everything. They could have settled and had a good life. They were born and brought up in the jungle. They could have led a good life there, peaceful life.
That's what the proposal from Dhritarashtra. अरे तुम तो जंगल में रहने के आदी हो गए हो. Why don't you stay in jungle only then?
Yeah. So why did they choose? Like obviously he was being guided, but there comes a situation where you don't want to do something because it is not going to benefit us. It is going to benefit other people.
Yeah.
Whereas what is going to benefit us is considered the wrong choice.
Okay, true. So whenever we talk about whatever benefiting to us and all these things, it is the small व्यू, मतलब स्मॉल कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड और संकुचित वृत्ति इसको कहते हैं. So this is a limited dimensions to see the things. When we get mature, we think bigger perspective. We don't think about what is only better for us. We think what is better for everyone. Like a soldier, he may say, okay, taking care of my parents is the best thing to be done. But there's a duty calling. There's a war on the border. He has to go. So he has to sacrifice the lower dharma from the higher dharma. Dharma, when we talk about dharma sankata and all these things, every dharma has their own level of priorities. When we put it in a wrong way, we confuse, we just goop up. But when we put it in the right order, we put it in the right way. Like, a family can be sacrificed for the sake of, for the saving the city. City can be sacrificed to saving the country. Country can be sacrificed to save whole humanity. So this is a higher level of truths you have to follow into that. Yeah. Okay. Eyes provide sight and God provides insight. The final thing. Dealing with adverse situation. Accept the fact that I have done it and I have to face it. Whatever karmas, whatever situations, we have to understand these are just because of my actions. This is destiny that I have written for myself. I have to face it. Just go through it. And then, when with every suffering, the burden of sin reduces. You have to understand, suffering is going on. You understand, this suffering is reducing. It's just passing. That's all. And how to face it? We have to face it with going deeper into spiritual life. Increasing, rising our maturity, rising above the problems. We can solve the problems. Okay? These are the takeaway from this session. In the questions we have. Yes, Baruch.
Okay, back then you said like Dhritarashtra 50 lives back, he killed 50 killed birds, children, right? So why is it not like he'll be born like a bird and he will lose 50 children? Like why a human life and why like not 50, 100?
Some question, of course, some consequences will be there. I don't remember exactly what was that, but yeah, it was a hunter, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he has to be died, and he has to be killed. His children has to be killed.
I've heard that understanding karma is very difficult. Actually, it's not possible.
It's very complicated. Like simple we say, like killing is simple action, but it is not straightforward that killing is a sin. Why we are killing, the intention behind it matters.
So, also you said that it is said that like throughout our life we committed many sins, but if towards the end we say the name Narayana, we might achieve moksha.
This is general conception.
This is the general conception.
Yeah.
But what if someone out of fear that oh my God, I'm dying. Oh Vishnu, I'm dying.
Yeah.
What happens in that scenario?
Yeah.
I'm asking this question because I had purchased this book from
Second chance.
ISKCON.
Second chance.
Second chance or reincarnation, something like that. So in that there was this story of a man who had. Sorry? I think so. I read it a long time back. So he was, I think, involved with a prostitute or someone. I'm not sure. That's the same story.
Yeah.
So what happens in that scenario?
It happens. Of course, Ajamila, he got a second chance. Second chance means what? He didn't die that time, but he got a chance to rectify, because unintentionally he called Krishna's name at the time of death. Okay, he was saved from going to the hell, but yes, he had to rectify his activities. After that, after that incident, when he was seeing that this Yamaduta is coming, and he called Narayana, Narayana drove them away. And they said, okay, we will not take you away, you just be there. Then he just rectified his actions. He went to the Haridwar, stayed there, and he did lots of pious activities, not just simply pious activities, he did spiritual activities. And when eventually time came for him to die, he went back to God. So he had to rectify himself. So he got a second chance. Yes, by unintentionally somebody calls Krishna's name, he will get definitely the benefit of it. But chances are very rare that somebody has done a whole sinful life and he will call Krishna's name at the end of it. But yes, Ajamila could do that because Ajamila has taken a nice training from his father before engaging into sinful activities. Yeah. So because of that, he could remember Krishna at the end of life. And somebody remembers Krishna at the end of life is not simply a fluke, but yes, something is behind that. In this way, yeah, if unintentionally somebody takes Krishna's name, Krishna gives him the benefit.
Also, like you said, that understanding karma is very difficult.
Complex.
So, in that case, we are here, everyone, but there are many who don't understand this concept.
Yeah. I think
Or they don't accept this concept. So, in that case, should we just accept this?
So in that case, should we just accept the struggle that we are facing, that it is okay, maybe some...
See, ignorance is not an excuse. See, people who are walking on the streets who are not caring to come for the Gita course or who are not worried about, but Krishna is giving equal opportunity to everybody. Yes, written Bhagavad Gita and kept it open to everybody can come and take guidance from it. You know? No, constitution is there. Rule book is everywhere. You are not reading it and you are just driving on the streets. Whose fault is this? Our fault. We didn't study the traffic rules and started driving the bike, car, or something, whatever in the streets. So it's our fault. Ignoring the rules and driving or living the life is our fault. It's not like the rules are not given for us. It's open. It's for everybody. We just ignored it.
Also, what are some examples of karma that we can do?
Akarma, simply the definition is activity done for the pleasure of Krishna. And when we understand what activity is done as per the instructions of Krishna, what Krishna says, do that. And how will understand what Krishna says? By reading Bhagavad Gita, by reading Bhagavatam, by understanding Krishna, you understand what he wants from us. So it's open. Just go towards Krishna, ask him what you want. And Bhagavad Gita is his message towards us. And somebody ignores it, yes, is at fault. I mean, she was asking a question.
You do a karma, then you get rid of both good karma and bad karma. Like, see, let's say someone is doing some good karma. It means that
good karma and bad karma both are binding. Both are the cause of binding. They will struggle, they will keep us back into this world. And when somebody is telling, okay, I have, in this my life now, I have suffered all my bad karmas, I have only good karma left out, Prabhuji. So, even while enjoying that good karma, he incurs another karmas. Every time, every moment we are creating new karmas. When we are enjoying this good karmas, good karma phalas, we are creating new karma phalas. They may be good, they may be bad. Again, we have to suffer for that. So this is the cycle. One karma creates another karma, like that.
Regarding that, I have a question. So, should we stop doing good karma? So, should we stop doing good karma?
Yeah, you should start doing good karma, bad karma, both. You should start doing karma as the best. Okay? Of course, we cannot stay without doing any karma. There's a shloka on Bhagavad Gita mentions that nobody can stay without doing any karma. Third chapter it mentions. Better? Yeah. So question is, if beggar is asking money, what we should do? Giving money? In my college days, when we used to go to college, there was a bus track. Somebody used to come and sit next to me, and he used to say, "Sir, I have to go to that stop. Only 10 rupees is a ticket. To give it 2 rupees, that's all, I will take another and I will manage my ticket. Will you give me 2 rupees? I give him 2 rupees one day. Next day again I saw same person, I don't have money, give me 2 rupees. Sorry man, this man is doing this, all these things. Then I understood from somebody else that this is the drunkard. He takes 2 rupees from everybody and goes and drinks. So question is, giving money to him is it good or bad?
It depends on intention. In some first you didn't know his right intention, you give him, I think that should be categorized as a good deed. But now you know that he is a drunk person and you go for and drink.
Yeah. So shall I give? Now I shall I give or not give?
Now it should count as a bad deed because you are helping him to.
Question. Now again question comes. Of course, if I don't know about that beggar at all, what she's asking, I don't know at all, and I understand if I give him and if he misuses it, there will be sin for me. Then what will happen? And if it is bad for him also, and he goes and drinks, it's bad for his liver and he will spoil his life. So I will be responsible for his bad health, isn't it? So what shall I do?
You should not give.
The question is not given. Yeah. In this situation, we should use the central path. Instead of giving money, give him food. He's really hungry? Okay, give him food. He doesn't have ticket? Okay, I will buy a ticket, sit. That's all. So that he will not misuse that money. Okay? In this way, we are saving ourselves from contributing to the sinful activities. And better way, generally what devotees do, they carry prasadam in there. In the traffic signal, there are so many people that are coming. Just give prasadam, one cookie, one prasadam packet, that's all.
But they will object.
Then that means they are professionals. You understand what they are asking for them.
Because what I heard is nowadays giving food also can get you into trouble because what they do, they have a group of 5-6 people. You give them food, they will eat and they will start acting that they have stomach ache. All of them will gather and they will say that you have given something wrong food to him and that's why now
Yeah,
give us the money.
traffic signal, you are just giving and going away. Who's catching you then? And of course, we have to use caution, as you said, we have to use caution when we are doing this charity. Charity has to be done with, charity is good, everybody has to do charity, but charity has to be done with proper examination. Whom you are giving, why, what purpose is using it. If that is not done, it will encourage sin. So how to do a charity, that also is a science. Okay. What? Charity? Give a prasad. Okay. Okay, give some food to him if he's asking for food only. To purchase some shop and give it to that son. So at least he'll not misuse your money. Intelligently we have to escape. हाँ प्रभु.
So in that sloka it says that even a little bit of effort towards bhakti will help him to not get the mohan by animal life. So we heard that Bhatta Maharaj actually reached the level of Bhava and he definitely performed bhakti. How come he will expect you to bear
Dear body, yeah. Okay. The question is, the story from Srimad Bhagavatam that Bharat Maharaj was doing lots of bhakti, but while dying he thought about deer and became a deer. And how is it like that? That is a loss for him, right? So Neha Bhikramanashasti, what is that? Neha, what is it? Sarpavasya dharma se trayate mahato bhayat. This trayate mahato bhayat is means the loss, the activity that you have done from here, it is not lost. So whatever progress that Bharat Maharaj did in his life till the level of bhava he reached, that progress was not lost. Okay? And then again, because of consequences, he got an animal body. He was aware, he was not kind of an animal consciousness even that. Even though he was got an animal body, the consciousness was bright. So that time, that life also he used to understand. He could understand what to be done, what not to be done. So that means it was not a loss. Even an animal body, just for a mechanical purpose, he became a deer, but he was not lost. That bhaya was not there. He was able to think and do things consciously. So even the body was there, he was in full consciousness there. That's how he was not at loss. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, let's go in towards the final thing, which empowers us to do that akarma and gives that consciousness. Thank you. That we spiritual inner spiritual willpower to face all those adversities in our life. Process is simple: the chant of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting is the process to nourish the soul. We nourish the body and we get strength. The soul has to be strengthened by its food. Our food for the soul is its relationship and connection to Krishna. When it releases that, when it chants, when it hears Krishna's pastimes, it gets empowered. And yes, in this situation, the soul becomes the real control of the life. And now what you are asking, the soul is not in the control of the life. Now, when soul is empowered and strengthened, yes, it becomes real control of the life. So this is a process to take back the control of our own life in our own hands. We chant sincerely and call for Krishna. The process is simple: chant and focus on your own voice. Okay? So, while doing this, okay, few things are there. There are beads in your hands. Okay, beads in your hands. 108 beads. Anybody is doing first time today? No. Okay. So don't touch the beads of the ground. Keep this first finger away. Okay. And one bead on which you can start chanting. First finger we are keeping away because we are just finding faults. Are too aisa hai. You are the bad person. We are using these 4 fingers only. This is a funny reason, but yeah, as per the Shastras, this first finger is used for the purpose of the tarpana, and these other fingers can be used for the spiritual activities. That's the only reason. Okay. Okay. So before we start, we'll chant this mantra. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. In the chorus, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद. Hare Krishna. Who all of you are chanting regularly? Every day? Mhm. Nice. Good. So it is good practice. If you chant this, this knowledge will be qualified to accept this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. This knowledge doesn't come by just simply reading books. We can put things into our brain. Yeah. There is a counter. We can purchase mala from there. Okay. The knowledge has to be gone into our subconscious mind. It doesn't happen simply by reading books or maybe putting the information into it. It requires mercy. It requires krupa. Because this message is coming from Krishna, we need Krishna's krupa. And when we get Krishna's krupa by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we'll be qualified to understand this, and this knowledge will really come to us. Okay? You heard about the story of Karna. He took the knowledge from his guru, but he didn't got the mercy from the guru. And this knowledge, what he got, he didn't fructify. So Krishna is the guru here, so I accept this. I have to chant his names. Okay? Hare Krishna. So we'll go towards our last session, we'll do Aarti. Okay? Okay. Stretch your legs, you can stand up. Hare Krishna.
Do we need to do streaming of Aarti or should
No,
we?
everybody should have closed up.
प्रभू हे लाईव्ह शूट होत होतं यूट्यूबवरती. जाऊ ना, आपण जाऊ ना.
जाओ. तो सीख गए.
आराम से गाओ ना.
या.
नहीं हम गाओ. बुरा आप गाओ आराम से.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Everybody plate पे obeisances, सब लोग नमस्कार करें. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. षड गोस्वामी गण की जय. प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय. दान मथुरा धाम की जय. गंगा माई की जय. यमुना माई की जय. भक्ति देवी की जय. तुलसी महारानी की जय. नाम संकीर्तन की जय. बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय. उपस्थित भक्त वृंद की जय. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज. ऑल glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Few announcements before we go for Narsimha Arati and Prashad.